Hey guys, I'm Sid.
I'm Ariel.
And welcome to It's Worth a Laugh.
Oh my gosh. So today, we have two familiar faces, which you have seen... Like, fucking excuse you. Which you have seen in the past. Emma and CJ are back. If you don't remember them, they did the prank calls. Emma's been on a lot of podcasts.
Yes, I have.
But we have a new face today. We have Riley!
I just wanted Chinese food. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you're watching the video, we are
Mukbang.
to the max. We actually ordered so much food.
How many oh my gosh, how many, what are they, fortune cookies did they give us?
A lot.
Oh.
When I picked up the one with the combo, because we ordered from two different restaurants also, might I add.
Oh.
The one with the big orders. She
so
goes,
good.
big order, Monday.
Okay.
And I was like,
Meanwhile, it's for 5 people.
it was really funny.
You should have been like,
still
yeah,
have
I'm
a second
super
stop?
hungry.
No,
I will
Big
literally...
order Monday.
I will drop like $60 like on myself just for Chinese food, and then they always
Same.
give me like 8 fortune cookies, and I'm like, it's fine.
I'm making a little plate. I'm digging in.
I know, and it's the worst when they're like, how many forks? I'm like, 1. You're like,
Dude, we say 5 just to make ourselves feel better.
their rice is good.
It is
That's
good.
why
This wonton soup.
Okay, so this is why we ordered from two places before we get into the actual team. Because the place that we got the combo plates has banging food, their rice is phenomenal, but they don't have good dumplings, and that's Emma's favorite. So there's another place that has fire wonton soup and decent dumplings. So that's why we did 2.
Oh my gosh.
Also because we're fatties, but
Oh
that's
my
the reasoning
gosh.
behind it.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to make your
Dumplings
pizza
are like
or
by
whatever?
far my favorite food in the whole world.
Put that over there.
Okay, so a little introduction on Riley. We have been friends since the womb. In fact, the whole reason we're friends is because our moms met in a birthing class preparation.
False.
What?
False.
Wait, tell me the tea.
My mom was your mom's babysitter.
Yeah.
What? Oh wait, actually maybe I did know that.
Yep. So my mom used to, but she was I think 15, and I don't know, maybe older. No, my mom was in her 20s, and your mom and her sisters and stuff had a babysitter so old. I feel.
Which
But,
is
they
crazy
were
for back in
younger.
the day. I feel like back in the day no one cared.
I know. I think our moms are 10 years apart or something like that. Because my mom is I don't really know how they met. Maybe it'll come to me. But
I don't know either.
yeah, so she watched your mom and your aunts and stuff, and they just happened to get pregnant at the same time.
Yeah,
we
we're
are
19 days apart. You're 24th, and I'm the 5th.
Yeah. Coming
But
up.
I'm older, even though she's twice my height.
I'm a giant.
I know, we'll have to have you stand up at some point.
I know.
You'll literally be out of frame.
Every birthday here is June except for Emma.
Loser!
I'm a Leo, which is better.
Is it though?
That's such a Leo thing
Wait,
to say,
you
though.
guys are cancers, right?
We're Geminis.
Geminis.
Oh, me and Riley
I
are cancers.
hate
Cancers is where
Gemini,
it's at.
but Gemini men, not Gemini women.
Fair.
Thanks
That
for
is
the
fair.
clarification.
Well,
I hate
You want
cancer
one of
men. You don't count.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
I'm like,
Give me one of the plates. Guys, I'm so happy. This is great.
But we've been friends,
I
obviously since the womb. We did dance together and stuff. We never went to school together, though.
want me to get that one? You got it.
my full of them.
Period.
We only, well, when we were toddlers, it was different, but
Yeah.
once we got into, middle school and stuff, we only stayed friends because we both danced together.
Yes.
But then our dance company teachers fought to the death
They
and
sure
separated. They
did.
had, a breakup. And unfortunately, one dance teacher got Riley as their kid, and then the other one got me as the kid, so.
Well, I hated both of them equally, but I hated one of them more than the other.
Fair.
Equally. Sure. I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Do you know why we stayed? Just because it was, what we were used to?
And I think it was closer.
Probably.
I feel like if you wanted to be a better dancer, you stayed with Christina, but if you wanted to, not be,
You made
you went
fun
with
of?
Patty! And I went with Patty, hello!
Oh.
Yeah. I hated dance, so much. Especially, when Patty yelled at me one time. I don't know. Then after that, I was like, I'm done. I'm really good, thanks.
I enjoyed it up until like 6th grade. Then I found sports and like my gayness came out, and dance wasn't really my vibe anymore.
Mm-mm. I played volleyball and I was like way better at it, and they actually like appreciated me.
Right. I think that's why I like sports more too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's like the whole hype about like dance moms and stuff like that, and they're like Abby Lee Miller is like crazy, and I'm like, no, that's like an average dance teacher. Like, at least in my experience.
You were good. I was waiting for you to be better.
You know, like we all sucked.
literally.
We knew it.
We did.
We were
but-
trash. Well, I just found out that Patty actually has a studio that's like in Peterborough still. I thought that she closed down, and I was like, wow, people still want to go to her. And she's like at this random building. I like did a huge like Google search of this, and I read her bio to my mom, and her bio is like 4 like huge scrolls like on your phone. And I'm like, have you ever heard of a bulleted list, queen? Like, I don't care what you did in 2017. Did I read it? Yes. But and then she has like another people.
It's actually in my bio.
Oh, I know. Ooh. Okay, this is the first time I'm trying a Baja Blast.
What?
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like Mountain Dew, and I've tried.
Also, why don't you have the can opening? Like, it's fine. Oh,
What?
your can opening is small. I crank
Oh,
that.
I see what you're saying.
I crank that shit back.
the little flaps. is-
Mine's wide open.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a sip. I'm a chugger. I can't chug with that. Maybe I should do that.
So I'm very excited because Riley has some tea to share that
I do.
I have been very excited to hear, but we saved it for the pod.
Yes.
So please share. Do they know the tea already?
I don't know. There's like a few different teas that I have that I'm like, I don't know if okay. There's one that's like, I don't know if it's too soon. So I'm still like debating.
It's never too soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know.
Never
Spill the tea.
soon.
I don't know. I think it's just like life right now. It's just like I've taken so many turns and like where I am right now, and it's just I don't know. I think I just like completely up and moved my life, and like in the past like 6 or 7 months, like the person who I was back then is like completely different from what I am now.
Mhm.
I was just like, let's just uproot everything and leave.
That's good though.
Mm-hmm. It was much needed.
I was gonna say clearly you need to change, and you took that to heart, and you do you, boo.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just like sick of toxic people.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I like
It gets old quick.
It does. It 100% does. I don't know. I'm just like tired of like drama and stuff like with girls, and like could I have handled situations better? Probably. But you know, sometimes you just have to Irish goodbye your roommates, so
Okay.
it just happens.
You literally just packed up and moved down?
Yeah.
No way.
Sydney, do you know? I'm gonna say her name.
Where's the
but
boneless
if you
spare
want her
ribs?
to, if you want her to bleep it out, she will.
Okay.
Do you know? It's not like our
Duh.
mom's dad's like niece or something.
Maybe if I saw a photo.
Because that was her roommate.
Okay, what?
Oh, Mom
Wait, you
has
might
talked
know
about
her by
that.
these descriptions. She's a
Bitch.
con. She's
That matches-
ugly. Just kidding.
That matches the I'm thinking of.
I know, I'm like waiting like for this to post and then her to like send me a text being like, I did not appreciate it. And I'm like, oh, so you watched it.
Well,
So you watched it.
I will say the one that we got canceled on is one of the most viewed episodes out there.
Really?
So
I don't think I know this episode.
I think it's the 3rd or 4th.
What's the
most listened
most watched one?
to. It's our first
Jordan.
No, it's our
Oh.
very first episode, because for a long time I didn't realize for like the first year I had it as like if somebody was new to the podcast, that's what it would have them play, which is like our worst episode known to man. So I changed that. And then Jordan's is next, and then it's that one.
No period.
Well, I need a refresh.
She was talking about all the crazy shit that her and her roommates had done in college.
Fair. I did a lot of crazy shit.
And we were talking about this one roommate
Enough time has passed, so we're sharing the true story.
who offered to suck Bub, the one at my wedding, the beer boy,
Oh,
offered to suck his dick in the back of my car with all of us sitting in it.
I would pass, thank you.
The car was full with 5 people in it.
Mhm.
It was me and Ben in the front seat.
Girl.
Ariel,
Oh my god, imagine doing something near Ben.
I know.
No,
I'd be like,
literally.
so innocent.
Ariel, Bub, and the friend were in the backseat, and she's offering to give him a blowjob in the backseat with all of us in there. He has no interest in her, and is all night has been joking, saying that he has more interest in her mom than she does her. She says, "I'll print out a photo of my mom's face and tape it to me if you would like, if that means I can give you one."
That is foul.
Right.
That is like absolutely foul.
The second story we tell is how
Best part.
one time we all, well, not
This is
me,
so
but
entertaining. I'm loving every second
there was
of this.
4 of us. I didn't, and Jordan. So you, the friend, and Michaela all took some edibles and got wicked high. And Michaela's boyfriend at the time, now fiance, came home and knew we were all hanging out and was a great freaking boyfriend and bought like 50 freaking McNuggets and brought it over and said, "Have fun. I'm gonna go play video games. Leave me alone." So he drops the nuggets down, hangs out with us for like a little bit. And we're telling the story how with the 50 nugs, me, Ariel, Michaela, and Jordan shared a 10, and the other friend, low-key, ate like 40 of them, right?
Me.
Which, like, no one's hating. Like, look at us right
And
now.
we also said we could do it.
The boyfriend did make one comment on the podcast and said it was low-key disgusting. But like, and we were like cracking jokes and stuff, but it's
But we-
also a
but we-
podcast.
right,
We're
and
trying to be
We
entertaining.
could do it, but would we?
Right. And
Here's the
at the
question.
end, we literally said low-key though, like we could totally fucking do that. Like look at us! Literally look at us!
What are you talking about?
So
We're
skinny.
The episode goes live, right? And it hasn't even been up for like probably 5 hours. And I get a text from said friend
Oh my
and
god.
it is like, "I don't really like how, some of this stuff." Oh, one of the other stories that we told was that, or actually maybe we did.
We didn't tell this one because it made her look worse.
So there's
But you
another,
should tell it now.
there is another story where, Jordan, the most innocent, sweet kid in the entire world.
Jordan's an angel.
I beg to differ. Just
She
kidding.
did shave CJ's legs.
And so
what a scandal.
Jordan was going, because she was a roommate of ours, so we all lived in an apartment together, and Jordan went to go into the storage closet and grab some plates and napkins, because we had people over, and she walks in and is giving some random dude the friend is giving a random dude a blowjob, and poor Jordan, like, partly didn't know what was happening, and then I had to explain to her after what was happening.
No.
And, I mean, she knew, but like also like she was just so, like she
She's
literally
really in
thought
denial.
she
Like,
goes,
what did I
"Oops,
just see?"
my bad." Grabs the plates and then
The way I like actually like would have just stood there and just thrown up on the floor and just stood
So
there.
that was
for
another
more.
story that we could have told, and honestly, there's a lot more, like, but that's beside the point. So the next day, I get a
She's
message,
a horny one. Same.
and
That's real.
she texts me, and honestly, I respect it. She texted me and said that, like, some of the stuff we said, like, she wasn't a super fan of. Also, we did not mention her name at all. We said roommate, and we've had multiple roommates. And how she wasn't, like, a huge fan of some of the stuff that we were saying on the podcast and stuff, and that was kind of disrespectful. And I replied, and I was super nice and said, like, I'm so sorry. Our intention was not to, like, make fun of you or, like,
We
say
were telling the
anything bad.
truth, so like your reaction is valid
And to
because
be
you're
fair,
crazy.
The starting story was how I got drunk, sucked my friend's toes, and told her I would fuck her while hammered. So, like, we were not, like, just talking shit. Like, we were telling our crazy college stories, okay?
Oh my god.
And I offered to take the podcast down because,
They literally
like,
just said that Michaela had gone to go fuck this guy at college. Like, she drove all the way down to go
yeah,
fuck
she
him.
left Glenn to go fuck somebody at UNH and then come back, and that was my first interaction of meeting Michaela. So, like, that's beside the point. I offered to take it down. I apologized and everything, and then
You offered to suck her toes a little bit.
it turned into, like, this big thing. She replied back and was like, I'm just, like, really hurt, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm sorry, like,
But like, how did you know it was you?
like, also all this stuff, and, like, I offered again to take it down. Then, instead of replying to me, she makes a group chat with us that were all on it, so, like, me, Ariel, and Michaela. Doesn't include Chris, the one that, like, was the one that, like, made that comment. And starts bitching at all of us. I then reply one more time, and I'm like, I will take it down, I really apologize. She keeps going on, and thankfully, we were, like, over it at this point, and Michaela goes, I don't know what else to say, do you want us to take it down or not? I'm sorry. And that was kind of the end of it. Not even an hour later, She changes her wedding RSVP. She was the first one to RSVP to our wedding, might I add. And then I get the notification that she changed it. Blocked me and Ariel on everything. Blocked Emma on everything.
No,
blocked Cam on everything except for Snapchat. She forgot Snapchat.
She forgot Snapchat.
Well, honey, I loved your corn fritter at their wedding. I ate yours. And I loved it.
On top of all of that, Riley.
Wait, was she there?
No. The
She's
story.
saying she ate hers because she wasn't there.
The story that she was so pissed about, all the stories we told, was that she ate 40 chicken nuggets. She didn't give 2 fucks about the blowjob. She didn't give 2 fucks about how she was a fucking slob as a roommate. She didn't give 2 fucks about, like, any of that. It was the fact that she ate 40 chicken nuggets and she didn't want that out in the world.
I would brag about
Okay,
that.
how do I say this? Is she plus size?
Not really.
No, I mean,
Is she massive?
she's like...
No.
But
No.
you could, sure, and you could tell that she could put down 40 nuggets. But you could look at me and also be like,
That's what
I
I mean,
look
like-
like I could put down 40 nuggets too.
It'll just
Like,
take you a while.
yeah, but I could do it.
Like, she's not as skinny as Jordan, but she's not as big as fucking... Like...
Whoa, name dropping over here.
Oh my god, we're
Oh,
gonna be
yeah, you
bleeping
need to-
this
you
whole
need to
You
entire
need to
that
pump
out.
that out. It's just gonna be like, bleep, bleep, bleep,
We're
fat,
on
bleep, bleep, bleep.
We're on her good side. She Snapchats us every day.
Oh, okay.
She actually does.
And yeah, so we've never talked to her
How did you
since.
spell her name?
I don't blame you.
Yep.
I thought I
The
said
other thing that annoyed me of that whole thing is, on top of all that, she was so excited because she got a boyfriend, and then didn't talk to us for like ever. Moved randomly up to friggin' Vermont with the boyfriend, and
Damn.
I obviously invited her to the wedding because like we were friends and stuff. And I even gave her a +1, and I had never even met the boyfriend. I was just trying to be nice, and then after all that,
I feel like that would give me so much anxiety, like, when I plan my wedding and stuff, to have just, like, these randos there for, like, people's +1s. I'd be
well,
like,
it's also
so,
like that's
like...
not a place you want to be meeting someone for. Like I have enough fucking shit going on right now.
Oh, I know.
And enough people that I don't see that often that like are actually here because they care about me. So like.
That's, like, the weird part. Is, like, how do you know how they're gonna, like, be? Because
Right.
some people are, like, freaking obnoxious.
Although the
when they're
other
drunk.
thing is that friend is so part of me invited the boyfriend so that way she had a babysitter.
Yikes. Yikes.
The first time I met said friend, or hung out with said friend, it was said friend's graduation party, and she was so hammered that she was peeking on her front lawn,
fucking disgusting.
and so she had hair,
Ew.
or puke in her hair, so she needed help rinsing it out. So Sid and I go to help her rinse it out.
We take her into the bathroom.
Sid is rinsing out her hair, and she goes, "Pull harder, Daddy." I almost drowned the bitch in the shower.
Oh my god.
She was.
Meanwhile, she was so drunk at that graduation party that when she was blackout and I literally, she would puke and I'd lift her head 2 inches. She would puke, I would lift her head 2 inches so that way she wasn't sitting in her own puke. And we were trying to tell her mom, and her mom goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna finish my cheeseburger first." And just left her in the yard.
She's like, bitch has done this before. I'm honestly tired of it.
Oh.
I do not miss, like, being that
So yeah,
drunk
that's
at
how I
school.
got canceled. But it's one of the most viewed episodes, so honestly, you can't complain.
Good, yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I feel like my tea is, like, it's so, like... It's like it just settled. Like, the dust, like, just settled.
Why do you have that?
Ew, Emma.
I was trying to look at a photo of said roommate to show, but
That was at Zach's graduation party.
Okay, fashionista. I haven't seen your
Cindy
hair down
will
in so
insert.
long. I think that's, like,
It
the
is
last
Cindy will
documented
insert.
photo. Just sit with her hair down.
Bruh.
Not the audible screaming shot. Oh, my lord.
Okay, well, share your tea,
I
because
feel
I'm super
pregnant
curious.
now.
Okay, so...
I've been napping.
If you're watching this, hi. It's been a while. Quite honestly, I'm not here to like drag.
Make sure to follow.
Yeah, I'm not here to drag your ass or anything like that. But I am here to say that there's a reason why people leave, and it's just I'm so not good. Like I like was walking in here and I'm like I can talk about this, I can do this, and now I'm like
that's plus
oh
size.
nervous. Okay, so like I said.
There's a reason people.
There's a reason people leave, and I'm not doing this to throw her under the bus or anything like that. I'm just telling the truth. Ooh.
And if any names slip, I'll bleep them.
Okay. Well, okay. So. So anyway, her and I like. I'm gonna do like a fat burp. I can feel it coming, or it's just indigestion. I swallowed it. Ew. So, her and I were friends for like a year or two. In college, and we're in like a friend group fell through. Her best friend moved out of our house. Like, we lived in a house my senior year. Because her and I got, like, really close. And I feel like she's just, like, the type of person where she needs to, like, be friends with, like, one person at a time. Like, she doesn't do well with, like, a lot of people, I think. I don't know why. But, so, that roommate ended up moving out. And I think it was just because she felt, like, super, like, not included and all of this stuff. And I definitely, like, wasn't going out of my way to keep her, but I wasn't going out of my way to, like, help the situation. So I'm definitely guilty of that, but I don't know.
But clearly it was the move.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, so, like, we ended up living together. So there was, like, this huge falling out between all of my roommates, and then her and I ended up moving into a freshman dorm our last 2 weeks of senior year. And for those who don't know, I am a nurse, and I did an extra year of college because I failed a class, and that's a whole fucking story in itself. But I was looking forward to graduation, like, so freaking much, and I just wanted senior week. I wanted to party, I wanted to have fun, but, like, I was also so terrified of getting in trouble, because, like, my campus safety, like, at my school sucks. Like, they would just, like, kick your ass for no reason. So I was just really scared. So my senior week was, like, ruined because we're in a freshman dorm, because, like, my other two roommates were, like, they made, like, a sex bet, like, against, like, her cousins, which was, like, totally not okay, and they were underage at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like, super bad. And they got, like, super drunk at, like, a party one night, and so she felt uncomfortable and didn't want to live there anymore, understandably. And then I went with her to be supportive, and also because, like, that shit's not cool. Anyway, ruined my whole senior week because, like, she didn't want to go out and see, like, the roommates and, like, all this stuff, which I get, but I'm like, let's just, like, have our own fun. Like, who cares? Like, why can't we go out?
Have fun on your own.
Right, and so, like, our school, like, got us, like, a huge, like, formal dinner, like, a 5-course meal, and, like, did all this nice stuff. She's like, I don't want to go to it. And I'm like, oh my god, bitch, just fucking go. Like, please.
Tell me how I really feel.
No, for real. Like, I was sitting in our, like, freshman fucking dorm room. Like, just, so, like, you want to watch Love Island? Like, oh, it sucked. It sucked. So we move in with each other post-grad, and we work at the same hospital on the same unit, and it was fine. But then all of a sudden, it's like, I don't know what happened, but I just, like, to her, I felt like I became the most irritating person in the whole world. And I'm very chill. Like, if you tell me, like, hey, I need space, I'm like, cool, have a good day. Like, I can totally sit and do my own thing. She didn't say anything to me, so I'm like, I don't know that I'm doing anything wrong. And then I would be, like, isolated, like, completely iced out for days, and she wouldn't talk to me, and I'm like, okay, sure. And then it, like, started having, like, comments of, like, me just, like, minding my own freaking business and being like, so how does it feel to be, like, the fattest roommate here? And I'm like, we live in the same house, it's you and me, like, I don't think about that on the daily. like Thursday morning, I'm fatter than her. Like, I hate that. I'm like, what? I was just, like, freaking gooped and gagged. Like, I was like, man. I was like, what the fuck? And so she'd be like, how does it feel like being, like, the cleanest roommate? And I'm like, baby girl, I haven't seen you pick up a fucking sponge since we moved in here.
What an interesting route to go.
I know.
The bathroom wasn't clean when I was finished in there.
Oh, by the way, I had every one of my friends take massive shits in your bathroom.
True.
That was the only bad thing I ever did. Okay.
Honestly, it could be worse.
No, for real. Like, oh, there's just so many things. But it just, like, it was, like, stuff like that. And then it was also just, like, everything I did was wrong. Like, I was walking on eggshells. Like, she would have, like, guys over and be like, you need to be in your room for the whole night. Like, you can't come out. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I was in timeout. But, like, good thing I have the master bedroom so I can poop and pee as I please. But I, like, wasn't allowed in my room.
I don't know how that works. Like, you can't just be like, no, you're not allowed out.
I know.
It's also one thing if you do that, like, once every, like, every once in a while. Like, it's one thing to be like, dude, I got this guy coming over and I really like him. Do you mind? Like,
absolutely.
But on the regular, and also don't fucking demand me. Ask me.
Right. So I laid on the floor and peered underneath the door the whole entire night.
Honestly, valid.
Entertainment.
I know, I did. I wanted to hear it.
You should have set up a camera.
Oh God, no!
Honestly, I would've been
I don't want to hear
spraying, like,
any of the
that
noises.
spray,
Oh my god.
like out in the hallway
The
under the
noises would be
door.
like-
I don't want to hear any of it. Well, it was always just like a comparison, so I just felt like I was very
Accidentally
down.
connects to the Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah,
Play
there was
Bridge
times
Tour.
where like I really wanted, I could hook up to like her TV and stuff, like play Spotify off of it, and I would like play like random shit, like while she would have guys over. That was another bad thing I did. I'm sorry. But it's just like I don't know. I just felt like she's always comparing us, and like, you know, all this stuff. Like she always felt like she's the better nurse. She felt like she's the better roommate. She felt like, and it
felt
itself,
like.
yeah,
Felt like.
it
Felt
was
like
definitely
she was the skinniest roommate.
false. But I mean, I was so depressed. Like I gained like 50 pounds and still trying to work it off. And I was like so down on myself. Like, and then all of a sudden, she like gets a boyfriend after being like. She said to me one time, because I am such a relationship girl, and I had my hookup phase, and it's unintentionally. But it's like, she just makes me so mad. I'm like hot with egg rolls. And she was saying like, oh, you just need to like accept the fact that you're probably like never gonna find somebody that like treats you right. And she's like, guys are just awful, and you just need to like accept that like you will probably like
That's
be
the worst
alone.
advice I've ever heard.
Honestly.
And I was like, oh my God. And I believed her because at that point I was
That's like
so
one of the things
low.
you say like jokingly when you're all freaking.
She was
like,
dead fucking serious.
You know, everyone's men suck.
I know.
Not like
And I'm dead serious that I hope you stub your toe.
That's a
So
I hope she more than stubs her
then
toe.
I didn't wanna
she
say
gets
that.
a boyfriend. And so this girl gets like, so when she had like these guys over, they would be like guys that like, they're like gym bros. Like they were like she had some really like cute guys over, I will say. Like props to you. Good.
Yeah, but like for like a one night thing,
Right.
It's not that impressive.
Right. So it's like,
Men will fuck anything.
but then this guy that comes in is completely not her type, which is fine. Like if you don't want to, like, I feel like you end up dating like somebody who's like not generically your type all the time. Like some people, yes, but like for me, it's like my type was like big fat country dudes, like the fatties.
The fatties.
My boyfriend is like a freaking chiseled gym guy. I'll wash my clothes on him any night. I don't know. So she gets a boyfriend after telling me that I'm like a piece of shit, essentially, and that like I'm never gonna get
You should
anybody.
have stole him.
No.
You got on your knees and opened your mouth. He would not have like.
I thought that
been
he
like,
liked
no.
me better. Like I was just
He
like, we
probably
actually
did.
have conversations. So it's like on her birthday, I bought her like a birthday cake and like a present, and he stayed over, and we had like such a great day. And I was like, what do you want to do today? And so I'm like, do you want to hang out with him? Like, do you want to hang out with me? Like, do you want us all together? It's your birthday. We can do whatever you want. I'm so burpy. I'm so sorry. Ooh. And so she was like, well, I'd really like to spend a day with you guys. I really want to go to the mall and go shopping. I'm like, cool, let's go. So we're walking in the mall. We leave her boyfriend, like, at a store. And he's, like, a nice guy. Like, I really don't have anything bad to say about him. Like, he treated her right. He was a nice guy. He was nice to me. Cool. Can't complain. So we're walking, and she's like, I'm really, like, uncomfortable with, like, your relationship with him. And I was like, I've only spoken, like, probably, like, 5 words to this man. Like, we're just cordial. Like, we pass each other in the kitchen. Like, I say hi to him.
It's
I
also,
eat
like,
dinner
a
with you
good
guys.
sign that, like,
Yeah.
I'm just being nice. Like, I
boyfriend
don't want
talks
to
to
be...
the friends.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be his best friend
You
or,
should
like,
want
anything.
people to like your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because it says that it's like they're a good person.
Yeah, and so, like, there was, like, this other time where she was like, so, like, if my boyfriend hugged you, like, would you? And I was like, I'm just not a hugger. Like, that's just, like, not really me unless I'm, like, comfortable. And I was like, probably not. But, like, if he went in for a hug, like, I would do it because, like, I don't want to be a dick. And she was like, I can't believe that you would hug him.
she didn't ask you if you'd make out with him.
Trust me, I don't want to bend down that far. And I was just like, no.
Also,
Has
No.
anyone here ever denied a hug? Because I
No.
haven't.
What are you
'Cause, like,
gonna
that's
do?
not what you do in this
No,
relationship
no,
literally.
person.
No, it's like, I will Disney hug you until, like, you're done. Like, I will do it.
Literally.
Like, I don't care. I will Disney fucking hug you, bitch. Like, I will cradle you in my arms and sing Kumbaya. I will be cordial. But she got pissed off because I said I wouldn't hug him, and then she got pissed off saying that I would hug him, and I'm like, I just can't do anything right. So, after skipping chapters and chapters of drama and tea with this horrible human being, honestly, feeling like an absolute piece of shit, I'm crying on the phone to my mom every night. Like, I am sobbing. I loved my job. Working with children was the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. It is something I miss every day, but I was like, I miss myself more at this point.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this anymore. So in the span of a week, you don't know this, speaking of her, I found an apartment. I emailed my landlord and I was like, can I get out of this lease and like not have consequences? He was like, yep, you're in work housing, like you can cut the lease at any time. It just is like a deadline, so you either have to pay like the next month, depending. And I was like, fine,
worth it.
So at that point, we had lived together for like a year and like a few months, maybe like 3 or 4 months, and I was like, I'm fucking done, I can't do this anymore. So signed on an apartment, and I tell her, hey, I'm thinking about leaving. She loses her fucking mind.
Why?
Because
She's the
inconvenience.
fattest roommate.
Okay. Fair. No, she loses her mind. Like, she's super upset. She's like, I don't know why you would do this. Like, da-da-da-da. She's like, my boyfriend asked me to move out.
Sorry, you don't know why?
No, she had no idea.
You should have made a bulletin list and left it on the fridge.
I was so exhausted at that point that I was like, I cannot talk to her about any of this stuff because she's
also,
going to deny
anything.
Exactly. Like, I was so done.
Should have airdropped a PowerPoint.
No, for real.
This is why I'm leaving.
I would have left like a binder full of it, just called like shit you did to me. And I was like, I just don't know. And so I said, I was like, trust me. Like, I was like literally sucking this girl's dick just to like get out of this place. Like, I was like, I need to get the fuck out. And I was like, I promise this isn't gonna like affect our friendship. I like promise like we'll stay in touch. Like, I just have to do this for me. Like, I'm so stressed out at work. I was not stressed out at work. I was fine. Yeah. I was literally fine. Like, I could have gone further. Like, they wanted me to like take on more acute patients. Da 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 da. I could have easily done that. Like, I was not opposed to it at all. But I was like making up these fucking lies so I could leave and like just to like protect myself and my peace. She ended up being like, well, she's like, I don't care about our friendship. I care that you're not going to be here to pay rent and all of the money I'm going to lose. And I was like, right then and there, I was like, you think of me as a transaction? I'm not your friend. I'm done.
There's also like, that is a like one thing to be concerned about, but there's a way to fucking go about it. Like, that is no. The fact that that's the first thing that she even brought up.
Oh, I know.
Is so sad.
Yeah, and she
like,
was crying.
Is, you
like,
know, one thing to bring up and be like, dude, like, have you talked to the landlord? Like, all that, but
she made it like about her, which no surprise there. But it's not something that I thought about like overnight. It's something that I did very fast pace, but like it's something that
it's probably better that way.
Yeah, and like I didn't tell her.
You'd already been thinking about.
Yeah, and I didn't tell her until like everything was like solidified because I didn't want to be like, hey, I'm gonna move out and then have a whole bunch of things like fall through
bullshit happen
and just live in hell for another like 4 months. And so I just ended up telling her that. She like freaking slams the door and leaves. She doesn't come back until like the morning or whatever. And then she doesn't talk to me for like a week. And so at that point I'm like, okay. And I'm talking to like...
She seems really upset.
Oh yeah, she's really upset. I was talking to like a lot of my friends at work and like they're like still really good friends now. And just like I was talking to like older like adults about it too because I'm like, I'm 23 like at the time. Or 24 at the time, maybe. Oh, this was like 6 months ago. I was 24. But I was...
She's lived many different lives.
But I know, at that point, it's like, when I was 13, I moved out of my roommate's house. I just, like, don't... I feel like a kid. Like, I was like, is this normal? Like, should I be doing this? Every person there was like, we don't like her, and we agree with you. And I was like, what? And they were just like, yeah, like, we don't like her. And I was like, oh my god. Are you kidding? Like, I've been living, like, in hell for, like,
reassuring
months.
when stuff like that.
It so is. And, like, when I say, like, everybody hates her, everybody hates her.
It also shows, like, that was clearly the move that needed to
be. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, my God. So I had, like, a lot of people. Not that I was, like, airing out my dirty laundry, but just, like, I was telling my side of the story and, like, making
because
sure...
you know as soon as you leave, she's going to be talking mad shit.
Ma'am.
Well, she probably already was. Just...
That's true, too.
You never know. Hello.
Chunky.
There's a kitty. But I talked to them and... He's making biscuits on my leg! Excuse
Throw him on the ground.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Close your mouth.
So yeah, I ended up talking to them, and then in, like, the span of a week. So I get to, like, I put in my 2 weeks, and I put it in one night. She's working a night shift. I'm going in the next morning, and I'm shitting bricks. I'm like, this is not going to be good. At that point, haven't heard from her in a few days. The night shift nurse. I hate you so much. She's just a terrible human. Anyway, she's
The
like,
night shift nurse?
oh yeah, like the charge nurse. Horrid. She's horrid. She takes me into her office. She's like, hey, can I meet with you for a second? And I was like, oh god, what? And so I go into her office. She's sitting there and she goes, what the fuck? And I went, oh, what are you talking about? She's like, you put in your 2 weeks? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I just, like, lost my shit. And, like, I never have cried to this woman. She goes, stop crying. And I'm like, oh my god. She's like, your roommate has been crying all night. Somebody told her that you put in your 2 weeks and you're moving out. And I was like, well, the only person I told here is you, Doreen. So... So she's like, have you told her yet? And I was like, well, clearly you already did that for me, but no, I have not.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't want to tell her when she's at work. And she's working, like, the next, like, few nights. I'm working the next few day shifts. Like, we are just not, like, compatible to, like, talk this face-to-face.
Yeah.
I had to send her a text message that I was moving out. So I sent her, like, this long text message just being like, I'm moving out. Sorry, like, I'm paying the next month of rent, so, like, you'll be covered. So, like, if you need to find an apartment or a cheaper place to live, like, you have 2 months, essentially. Yeah. Didn't hear from her for 3 days. And then all of a sudden I get a text message being like, so when are you leaving? And I was like, I'm already out. Because she was working a day shift. I moved all my stuff out in one day.
Honestly,
my mom and my stepdad were going ham on my apartment. Like, we moved everything out in, like, 4 hours. And we rented a U-Haul.
I would not fuck with your mom anyways.
My mom was so pissed. So pissed. Like, and she knew, like, every single detail. And, like, my roommate had tried to drive us apart for sure. Like, she told me that she thought that my mom was, like, clinically insane and, like, all this stuff. Like, she had, like, separated, like, me and my mom. Like, she isolated me so hard. Like, it wasn't even funny. Like, it's almost like a freaking abuse case at this point.
Right, like, what is she trying to, like, groom you for in a way?
No, for real. Like, I'm like, what is your issue? And so I ended up leaving, and the text message, I sent her a text, and I was like, hey, like, I left today. Like, wish you the best. Stay in touch.
That's funny.
Whatever. Go fuck yourself. Like, I just left it there, and I was just like, have fun. Like, I don't know. Everything goes okay for you. And
you should have farted on her pillow.
No, I never went in her room. I was a very good roommate. I left, and the first thing I get back from her is, I miss all your stuff being here.
What?
Bye!
Not you.
Bye!
Your shit.
Yep. Yeah.
She's definitely went
she's
to
looking
go
for a certain pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say, she definitely went to go cook something and was like, fuck.
She's not gonna cook.
All I have to say is you're, like, so much better than me. Because, like, actually the way that bitch would have came home and found, like, a log of shit on her floor. Like, smeared into the carpet.
That's a log.
If that bitch was like that to me, like, I don't play, so...
If someone said, how does it feel, like,
to be the
having
fattest roommate?
The fattest roommate, I actually,
I'd be like, I don't know, how do you feel?
No, for real. I was freaking gooped and gagged, as I said. I was...
Gooped and gag gets me every time.
I was silent. I was like...
I would literally be like... oh, how does it feel to be fat? You're right. I should be bulimic then. And I would go gag myself on her bed and throw up on her bed.
I was like,
there you go. I'll be skinny, bitch.
Lipstick on my Valentino wing bag. The fuck did you say, bitch? Like, huh?
I feel like the best thing to do is to not say anything and just be like, oh yeah, and then take a photo together and Facetune her so that way she looks and then post it on Instagram, Facebook,
Me with my fat
story.
bestie.
Can you please find... like an old picture of you two together and
Facetune
Facetune it to make her look fatter and be like, oh my god, I missed this.
See, I'm not petty like that anymore. Like, she's
No,
like
but it's
literally
fun.
like
It's
Right.
fun.
fun to do
I'm
that
like
stuff.
Then
so.
this episode comes out and she's like, this fucking bitch.
I'm
is
so
she gonna
like
do?
indifferent to her. Like I don't like her. I never will because of like all the stuff. Like I will forgive, but I won't forget. Like I'm
Yeah.
over this, honestly. Like whatever, but I just don't want that shit to come back and slap me across the face anymore. Because like I'm over it. But
I don't know how it would because
I'm
you
just
did
like
nothing
over it.
wrong.
Like it's just indifference. Like I have like no feelings towards her like whatsoever.
Yeah.
And like I hate the things that she did to me and how I felt, and that's like why I'm like passionate about it. But like her as a person, like just knowing that she's like walking this earth right now, I'm like, good for you. I don't
Yeah.
really care. I don't care what you're doing.
Well, that's even what happened with like our whole cancellation thing. Is like honestly, it was kind of a blessing in disguise because it was also like awkward because it was a roommate situation.
Yeah.
Me, Jordan, and Michaela are super close.
It's so hard living with people.
right.
It is
and,
so
like,
hard.
We were so close, and she was always kind of the oddball out. And then like once we graduated and we weren't living together,
Once you
like
made out.
the three of us. The three of us were still close, even outside of school. Like we weren't living together, and it was always like, do we invite her? Or, like, should we just keep this like the three of us? But then like if we kept it the three of us, we were like, let's hang out, but maybe we shouldn't like post on social media or anything because like it always just turned into a bigger thing than it needed to. And so like when that happened, it honestly was a huge relief. We didn't have to fucking pay for her and her boyfriend who we had never met to go to the wedding. So like literally we saved $150 like that fucking TikTok.
Like I said, the corn fritters were fabulous. You missed out.
And
we
like
just saved ourselves.
Honestly, the
also-
food at your wedding was so fucking good.
It was good.
I was so drunk.
Couldn't tell you.
I was
Honestly, we didn't
so
eat that
drunk.
much.
I don't
No,
know.
which
But I
is why
heard
I
that
was
that's like
fritter.
a thing,
Was
though.
there corn fritter?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and you put maple syrup on it.
Was
So
it
gas.
bread?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
I
it's like
definitely
like a
didn't
ball.
get
it's
that.
like
I don't
a
like
cornbread nugget.
I
Yeah.
hate
Delicious.
cornbread.
Oh. Well.
No, I think you would
Fuck
like
off.
it though. They're really
You
sweet.
like it?
I love cornbread.
It's not like cornbready. It's like sweet.
Yeah,
You'd
it's
like
very
it. I think
side.
you'd like it.
Have you ever had a hush puppy?
No.
Oh, well, they're literally just.
My
Bitch,
mom
it's
said
deep
at
fried.
Disney.
You'd like it.
They're
And you
pretty
dip
much
it in maple
exactly like a
syrup.
hush
Yeah,
puppy.
it's
Can't
so
go wrong.
good. It's so good.
Well,
I heard that that's the thing though.
Maybe
Like
if
at
we
weddings,
find
that people
friends
don't eat
that
their
way.
food that
Well,
they pay for.
They have them at the restaurant. Like we could go.
oh.
I was like so distracted by everything else that I just didn't eat, and then I ate probably 3 bites.
You guys were drunk as fuck.
Everybody was
awesome.
like
I
handing
twerked
me.
on her dad.
Oh, I know. I was there.
You did?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like I just remember, like there was like a point in the night where I was like a little too sober, and I like look over and
Oh, no.
Sydney's like just grinding on anybody at that point, and I was like, she's gonna sleep good tonight.
I know.
I did not. I slept like
we went
ass.
home and had the worst sex of our entire
Honestly, because we were like, it's our wedding night. Like, I think we should do it. And I'm like, yeah, babe. Like, let's do it. Like, I couldn't even sit up straight. Never mind, like, pay attention.
literal fingers are inside of me, and she's falling over. I'm like,
Okay.
How does that feel?
have you ever tried this one?
Yeah, for real. Have you ever
But,
tried?
my
this?
arm was like a noodle. It was just like not even doing anything.
Oh my god.
awful.
It's like you guys are like having sex for the first time ever again. I feel like every single time that like you have sex
It
with
felt
someone
worse
new,
than that.
it's terrible. It's so bad.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Honestly, the worst sex we've ever had in our entire
Yes.
life.
And
then I
that's something
slept
memorable
bad.
though.
Memorable.
You consummated the marriage by like having the worst sex of your life.
Yes.
I've only puked 3 times in my. No,
You said I only puked 3 times during sex, and
No,
I was like,
4 times in my life from like drinking too much, and one of them was the wedding. And that honestly might even technically be 3.
One of them
Oh,
was in
I
your
used to
bedroom
throw up
while I was
every
in the
weekend.
shower.
Oh yeah, you're right. So
It was
that is
bad.
4.
You
That is
scarred
4.
me. I remember
Sad.
hearing that, and I was sitting on the bathroom floor, and I was like,
I think that's the only time other than I was like a kid that I puked in front of. I try to be good.
yeah.
Honestly,
But-
I don't puke that much. Not gonna lie.
You weren't
No, dude,
sly,
she
I
was-
heard it.
All morning. The day after.
Yeah, it was bad, and I was terrified because we had our fucking international, like a 7-hour flight to Italy. But thankfully, by the time the flight came, we were fine.
oh my god.
I was terrified though. I was like, oh no.
It was a blessing
It's
in
like
college
my
because I used to like I would go
It was
hard
though.
every weekend, like to the point where I was like throwing up. Then you just like you wake up the next morning, you do like the most vile shit of your entire life, and you're like ready to go. You're like, I'm ready for tonight. It's fine. I got a new top off of Shein. I'm ready to fucking rock. Like I got my Mike's Hard Lemonades, and I'm ready to fucking go. I got this fat cut.
There was like one time in
Terrible.
my life that granted I am like, I haven't like drank a ton in my life, obviously, but there was like one time that I've been like really like hungover.
Was that recent?
No,
Oh.
it wasn't.
Was that in the
Not
car?
hungover.
Bradley,
It
sure.
was. It was.
I'll share the first time that they slept over.
But it was like New Year's, so we were living it up, whatever. And then
New Year's. You normally hang out with us at New Year's.
well, it was like a while ago.
He was eating grapes under the table with me tonight, or that night. This past one. It worked on me.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm waiting for
It's because
you.
we're under the same table. You need your own table.
Well, it was my table to begin with.
I
needed it.
But it was just New Year's, and then I was vomiting everywhere out the car window the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Not my car window. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, I got a good story. I have two of them. I'm just oversharing today. When I was in college, my freshman year, I got so drunk like one night, and I was like it was so bad that like my friend couldn't even walk back to her dorm, and it was like a 5-minute walk like across the quad. And we were so drunk, and I was throwing up. Wake up the next day. Her and I, we just got each other. We were fatties, and we're like, let's like fucking eat all day because we're hungover. Like this, 100% like this. And she's like, all right, let's go to Dunk's. Then we're gonna go to the mall, and like we're gonna have so much fun today. We're just gonna have like a lazy day, whatever. So I pound a coffee, right? Mistake number 1. And then walk around the mall. We get Chipotle. Mistake number 2. And like I said earlier, how I used to do it is I would take a vile shit in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd be good the rest of the day. We get back into the parking lot. Yesterday.
We were at Foxwoods all weekend, so.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
We get back into the parking lot of, like, my school. And, like, our parking lot that, like, the freshmen have to park in is, like, 10,000 miles, like, from your freshman dorm building. And, my God, we were pulling onto the exit to, like, even get back to my school. And I was having sweat at the top of my ass crack. Like, I was, like, cold sweats. Like, I was like, I gotta go now. This is gonna be
I
bad.
hope someone sees this.
Oh, everybody knows this story. Everybody knows my poop story. It's, like, absolutely
Everyone?
embarrassing. Yeah, a lot of people do.
Like anyone that's came into your life.
My boyfriend does. Well, he's gonna freaking know now.
Video and all, 4K, baby.
Yeah, I shit my pants.
I've been asking Aaron to her pants.
Stop. I shit my pants. And not just like a little, like a lot. And it was like to the point where
I have
like
a story.
I had to take off my underwear and like throw it away, like in the trash can, like in the bathroom. My feet were on the wall of a stall in a freshman dorm, and I was giving birth. Like and then like now my one of my best friends, her and I did not know each other back then. We were just on the same volleyball team at the time. She goes,
together, how romantic.
She goes, Jesus fucking Christ, it stinks like shit out in the hallway. And I'm like, oh my God.
You're like, so this is my underwear.
Yeah, no, for real. I was like, I like fucking waddled out of that bathroom, like totally commando, like, I put on like a bathrobe, like I had like a baby blown out. It was so bad. I was like, this is the most fucking awful day of my life. And then everybody knew about it. It was awesome.
Oh, God.
Well, anyways, there was one time that I was like sick one morning. You know, diarrhea,
Sick.
throwing up.
Ooh, skinny.
Don't blame it on the sick. You shit your pants.
No, it was because I was sick because I was throwing up. So I got outside. I was about to get in the car for school, I think, and I'm like right outside the car, and I'm like, oh no, like I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So I throw up. I don't think I actually throw up. I think I just was like, "Bleh," like but I did it so hard that I shit myself. So basically, I vomited and shit at the same time.
That's such a slay.
Yeah.
The first
But it
time
was
that
like
they
diarrhea.
slept over at my house, my apartment up in Lebanon. You guys didn't meet Ding Dong that night, but
No, but
That was-
fucking Emma's asshole met her
Oh,
toilet.
it was bad. Like,
we got Emma to
like,
drink, and that just like doesn't
Wow.
go well.
I only had like
She
one.
literally probably
but
had less than one shot.
I tell you, I'm not even joking though, guys. Like, seriously, alcohol like it makes me like, and when I tell you like literally like if I can find the text, which I probably can't because it was so long ago. When I tell you I'm texting Aiden, I'm like I don't feel good because it's like me, and like.
What's he gonna do about it? Wipe her ass?
I don't know. But he's like texting me back, and I literally like remember I wiped, and like it was one of those like it never ended. And then I stood up.
I hate those. I hate those.
The shit pile
She
was
also has 1-ply toilet paper, so
Yeah,
it's like
it
every time you
sucked.
wiped, you like fingered yourself. Like, not that I used her bathroom that often.
the pile of poop was so like big, like it was like the consistency of mud. There's literally a pile above the water line, and I didn't know if it was gonna flush. So I like
Above the water line is crazy.
I'm like I call Aiden. I'm like
It's made like fucking Mount Vesuvius.
I call Aiden because I'm freaking out, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna flush.
You're
like,
gonna fucking shit stomp that down the
You
toilet.
called Aiden while we were like out there partying.
No,
and you're like,
you guys were asleep. This was at like 3 a.m.
oh,
Yeah, CJ,
okay.
I blacked out. You had to sleep in my bed so that I could breathe.
Oh, yeah.
I was
was
like
so
freaking
dead.
out about it. Anyways, and I couldn't find a fucking plunger. Or I think maybe I did, but I didn't know how to use it.
I threw up
But
that night
it
and didn't
actually
tell
did.
you.
No, I heard you get up. And CJ told me in the morning anyways.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear you throw up. But I
Oh,
did
it's
hear
I
you
felt
throw
like I was
up.
gonna throw up so bad, but I'm so glad I didn't.
We did
Me
like
too.
a charcuterie board night, but we did like a fatty charcuterie board where like we each chose a
My
theme
straight.
and then we chose a color. So we chose like
Oh, yours was black, right, Emma?
and she made those cake pops were so good. They
I
were
mean,
so
I didn't
good.
choose
I was
the color.
with Emma.
It was the
We were in the
color.
grocery
Yeah.
store trying to look at everything that was black, and like
I don't remember what
we
I
were
had.
struggling.
Like what color I had.
the only thing we could find was like Oreos.
Yeah, we did like I did candy and like I did Chinese food. Like CJ made a huge pot of
Mine was
Alfredo.
American.
It was huge.
And like every
Black
time
American?
I need to like try it again because every single time I think of your Alfredo,
yeah, cut that out.
your Alfredo like actually like makes me want to freaking vomit.
It was
like,
so good, but
because I
that's
threw up
probably
on
also
it.
part of it that made me like.
It's not my fucking
So-
Alfredo's fault that you threw up.
But the thing was that CJ, like, you're still out of. I'm gonna sound so fucking old, but like they'll get it. But it's like once you hit like 21, it's like alcohol hurts.
Yeah.
And it's like when I was 19, I could do
drink,
shots
yes.
like nobody's fucking business.
And then I would throw up and then be right back at the party.
Oh yeah,
ready to go.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like CJ, I'm
Oh.
trying to do shot for shot with CJ. He is freaking killing my ass. I hadn't drank in that point at like 2 months. Like I've been busy. Or I had like a glass of wine and I was already on my ass. I was blackout, like throwing up. I don't remember any of it. We made out. Like it was.
Yeah, we did.
It was so bad, and like poor Emma was like, "Hey, I have a tummy ache," and like, I'm like fucking dead, and I'm laying in my bed like sweating, and then these two assholes have to leave at like the ass
Literally,
crack of
we
dawn.
were going to Storyland, so we had to leave at like 5 a.m.
So then I'm like 5 a.m. I'm still hammered.
But she was trying to be a
CJ
good
wakes me
host.
up and I'm like scooping the Alfredo like into a bucket in the pitch black, and I'm like, and I'm like cold sweating. I feel so bad, but I like wanted them to get the fuck out like so bad because I'm like I'm gonna go throw up again and I'm like gonna sleep until like 11. So like hurry up, and I'm like scooping it. I'm drenched.
Emma's putting on her fucking blue polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, what
That's
a
a
great
lot.
night. Like, I had diarrhea. Like, I feel so much better. And I'm like, I think I'm going to do that. Oh, my lord.
I had one of those moments pretty recently. So
I love poop stories. This is so fun.
we get along with I get along with my coworkers really well. Like
That's always the best.
We hang out a lot more than normal coworkers do. So I had never been to a club at this point in my life. This was like 3 months ago, maybe? At this point, 3 months ago.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I went to a club. Well, we started at Mexican at 3 o'clock.
That already sounds
And I got
like
2
scary.
margaritas.
Oh, yeah. I love margs.
And then we started at another club. But we went back to somebody's apartment to continue drinking.
of course.
We went out at like 10 p.m.
Oh, God.
At this point, I'm already a little drunk. And
Now, might I add, she's a lightweight. Like half a drink in,
So am I.
she's feeling good. These coworkers, probably at least half of them, go out every weekend.
That benefits you since you have a cheap date.
That is true.
But continue.
And she's trying to keep up.
of course. It's like, because it's fun.
yeah, So we started out at one club. Fun, whatever. Then we go to the next one. More fun. I did not get home. I was out for 12 hours.
Oh my god.
Holy smokes.
Sydney came and picked me up
Meanwhile, I
at
have to-
3:30 in the morning.
I have to work the next morning. I don't think I had to get up that early. Like, I don't think, because it wasn't in the summer. But I had to get up. I think I had, like, an event. Like, probably the Boston Expo or something.
We closed down.
So I'm, like, waiting up
club.
all night. She's sending me half-drunk texts and Snapchats. And I'm, like, trying to check my phone every 30 minutes to make sure she doesn't need a ride and that she makes it home okay. You know, 2:33
Oh my
rolls around.
Lord.
And
Well,
she's
'cause
like,
then they bring me to this after party at somebody's house. Like, I don't know.
At that point, you're just like there.
Literally.
Like, you're like, I'm there. Like, I just have to focus on like staying alive.
No, literally. So I'm like hammered. Like, I don't think I've ever been this drunk in my life.
Oh my god.
Not even our wedding. I was past wedding drunk.
yeah.
And
She's on like level wizard
no,
drunk.
And I go, she finally tells me to go pick her up. And she's like, she gives me the address. Like, I use her location. But it's Manchester. Like, I don't know it that well. And it's
Right.
also, like, it's not like a city, but there's blocks, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm by the school. I'm like, the school takes up 3 blocks, babe. I'm like, you need a little more. I can see the school. I understand you can see the school. The whole fucking town of Manchester can see the school. I'm like, I need more. Just give me a house number. Give me something. She's so drunk, she has no idea. I'm literally like, driving around the
That's
block.
when you just
No
like
clue where
search
I
like
am.
a beacon in the sky for the golden arches of McDonald's.
I was like, oh.
You just
my
walk
God.
that way like the fucking Freedom Trail.
And
Like, you
where I
just
picked
go.
her up was 7 minutes from her apartment. 7 minutes. I merge onto the highway.
I start heavy breathing.
And I'm like,
Oh.
oh God.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it home.
I'm like,
heavy breathing.
trying to get her to like me open the window. I'm like, do you need me to pull over? Or are you gonna make it the fucking next 5 minutes? Like, and she ended up making it. We come upstairs. She sprints into the apartment and yaks for the next like 30 minutes. And I'm like, I already have no sleep. Now she's yakking. I'm like, I have to be up in like 4 hours.
Sid made me a piece of toast. I didn't even look at it.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't drink any water. I'm like, my mouth tastes like vomit.
Like, nope.
Please. Yeah.
I took care of drunks more than I probably was drunk all throughout high school and college. So
College,
I
it's like
don't know.
eventually I got to that point where I was like, I don't feel like throwing up anymore.
no.
Then I could handle it. Like, I could handle
Yeah.
my alcohol. I knew my limit. And I was like, all right, I'm on like drink 8. Like, I'm good.
I
I'm
think
so good.
I think once I hit 21, I think I got all my drinking out before because
Oh,
21,
yeah.
like
Shots start hurting.
everything hurts. Everything.
Like, you start getting hangovers, and you're like, what is that?
no,
Like, you're like, why do I feel like shit today?
no, literally. Like I'm trying to recuperate from
Oh,
a
yeah.
Friday and Saturday night,
Yeah.
and I'm still tired.
I could drink like a double bottle of Moscato, and like I would have like a 1 glass now of Moscato. I couldn't even get it down.
Mhm.
It's so sugary and it'd hurt me. And the next day I'd be feeling it.
The heartburn. I'm like, just
No.
take me out now.
No.
Speaking of shit and stuff, I can feel.
I love, like, your
I can hear my
segues.
stomach like.
Oh,
If that stinks.
if that
I
stinks,
swear.
CJ, I'm actually.
CJ
gonna-
I'm
has
not
the
cutting
most
that out.
foul farts like
He really
ever.
does.
It's like actually so.
Cut it out.
Okay, well
Sometimes
Emma's is
mine
like
are
silent but deadly, and then all of a
But
sudden
it's
Emma's like,
never, no, it's never actually silent because I expose myself literally 0.2 seconds later because I can't control myself.
She woke me up from a sleep because she farted in her sleep and it smells so bad.
I literally told her like probably
That's so awesome.
probably like 5 minutes earlier. I was like, my tummy really hurts.
I love this episode already. Like, we're just talking about like shit and tea. It's like
I was
shit
like-
and tea
I was like, my
and
tummy
gossip.
hurts really bad. She goes, okay, trying, go
So I
to
like
sleep.
I rub her stomach. She falls asleep, and I'm like, all right, I fall asleep. I had like
I
just
let
dozed
out
off.
the fattest fart.
We were at Michaela's house. I was like so scared it was gonna like drift into their room.
I would not want to piss Michaela off with a fart. I feel
No,
like
no.
No.
I cannot imagine being like her student and like letting out like a mad one. Like I feel like she'd be like, go to the bathroom.
He'd sound like an actual freaking ripper.
It was so bad. It was like lethal. It was one of the ones like I felt like there was like particles in the air. I just like,
Well, when you fart, there are poop particles. That's why you should wear undies.
well, there you go. We learn something new every day.
Wear your underwear.
Just in case you shit your pants too, because then you can throw them out.
Yeah, for real. Like, those were cute underwear, too.
So
I
you can get an extra
completely ruined those. Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't
It
know
happens
if,
to
like, my
Rice
boyfriend would
sometimes.
actually like, listen to this, but, like, if you are, yeah, you know more. I actually farted in front of him for the first time the other day, And it was like, I was like, I have to fart like really bad. And he was just like, okay, do it. It's okay. And then I was like, and he was like turned around. He just goes like the. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why? Like,
I feel great now, thanks.
yeah, I was like, I feel great. I do it like on the phone now. He's like, did you fart? And I'm like, you have to get used to this. You absolutely have to get used to it. 'Cause he's like, that's gross. And I'm like, girls fart.
Mm-hmm. Deal with it.
Well, when we first started dating, like, kind of similar. She's like, I have to fart really bad. I'm like, okay, just do it. And then, like, she started doing it more often, like, without, quote-unquote, asking or whatever. And then one day she looks at me and she's like, how come you never fart first?
No, I was like, do you even fart ever?
And I was like, okay, like,
Yeah,
if you
she
don't...
does. And sometimes they are fierce.
And I was like, okay, like, if
They
you...
come out and they're like, slay.
I was just trying to be, like,
Yeah, for real.
nice and, like, somewhat respectful. So I was like, if you, like,
Now she asks me to
can.
shit myself.
yeah. And, like...
Babe, I had a really hard day. Can you like just fucking fart in my face?
And now, like, it's so funny because now when, like, it does happen, she's like, Jesus. I'm like, listen, you asked for this. Because I genuinely, like...
You asked for me to fart. Like, I don't understand like, why you're like throwing
Why
major
are
shade
you
at me.
complaining?
But, like,
No,
when she tells me
seriously.
she has to, like, shit wicked bad and, like, she's, like, close to shitting her pants, I always, like, drive slower. Because, like, I joke and saying, like, this is probably...
She's a fucking bitch.
That's evil.
She's a fucking bitch.
I'm like, this is probably... Because we both pissed ourselves in front of each other.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking pee and don't make
Today
it
is, like,
You're not cool unless you pee your pants.
Wait, I can tell a story right now. I got scared. Do you remember the other day I was on my
yeah.
way home from work and I told you I was meeting Errol at the mall and I said, dude, I have to pee so bad. Do you think should I hold
you
it?
were like, should I go to the mall or should I stop at home?
Yes. 5, not even.
Yes.
We hang up. Like, probably like 5 seconds go by and I'm like, wow, I have to pee more than I thought I did. And so I was like, okay, I'll stop at the next exit and I'll get off. I know there's a Hannaford that has a restroom because I was driving through Concord at that point and I know Concord very well because we used to live there.
Yeah.
I didn't even make it to exit. All of a sudden, this has never happened. No, don't get me wrong. I've pissed myself before and I will not deny it. But this has never happened to me before. I was like scared. I called Errol as soon as it happened. All of a sudden, like I had to pee extremely bad. I start cramping worse than I ever have even on my period. A shooting pain in my entire spine. My whole body tensed up. And I was like stuck. I'm also driving on the highway. And I was in the most pain. I feel like I have to puke. I'm like dry heaving. And the only thing I could do was pee. And that was the only thing I literally pissed myself. Literally 30 seconds after I asked you if I should stop in Ariel's car. And then I called Ariel. I was like, honey.
Why does that happen?
I asked ChatGPT and it said it was most likely a one-time thing. I even told it that I'm known for peeing my pants. But it said that...
Hey, ChatGPT.
But
I
it
just my
told me
pants
that
fart
it was
off.
probably-
ChatGPT is my bestie.
I love that stuff.
Did
It's
you
so
know
funny.
that you can like pretty much like rant and if you make an account it keeps all your stuff?
Yeah, this lady
So then
who
you
like
can,
thinks she can read tarot like at my work, she like uses it to like learn what the cards are, and I'm like, that's like kind of
that's-
like you have to like know what they are.
She's like, what does this card mean?
She like
Shut up.
charges people money for it. I mean, like she's like,
She's like, one second.
she's literally like,
What
learn
does the
about your
black
future.
devil
That's like not what we go to work for. Like she's literally like a medical assistant, and so there's like a patient there ready to be roomed, and she's like, all right, so you got the 4 of Swords. ChatGPT says you're gonna die, but
Can
like
you imagine?
you're gonna be
Such
cool.
a lawsuit.
No, I know. Like $25. She's like, learn about your future, and then she's like on her phone like,
Well, the hustle.
I
That is
know.
true. That is true. But it was terrifying. I was like scared because it had never happened to
Yeah.
me.
It sounds like you have like a
freaking
neurological problem. That,
my
like,
back hurt
You
for,
like
like, a
pinched
day or
a
two.
nerve, probably.
I think so. Like ChatGPT
Pussy
told me
nerve.
that my body was
Her
like
clit was
low
like,
key.
That's definitely it.
It was low-key telling me that like it was a form of like emergency. Like my body was obviously telling me something, and it said that if I had to pee really bad and it hit me all of a sudden, that I probably tensed so hard trying to like hold my pee in that I pinched something or twisted something and like clearly fucked something up because my back hurt for like a day or two. So like I clearly like tweaked my back in the process of it.
So
Imagine like tweaking your
scary.
back because you have to piss so bad.
Well,
No,
it
literally.
was because I was like obviously like I peed my pants before. We all know that.
yeah.
But this was like completely new, and we even said like if my back still hurt me for the next like day or two, that we were gonna go to urgent care because like and it was so straight. It all happened
My
in
concern
literally
was,
like
like-
probably 45 seconds.
Yeah.
My concern was that it was a kidney infection because she
Yeah.
said her back.
Mm.
And I was like,
But like also like my pee
Not
didn't burn at
fun.
all, and
I know.
like I
And for it to happen so rapidly, I'm
Yes.
like,
Girl.
and like
whoa.
obviously I pissed myself in the car, and then I ran inside because I was soaked. Came inside and still like peed normally inside. So like I think I was like completely full, and like it just I don't know.
So how'd
Yeah.
you clean the cloth seat?
Well, I actually forgot until like,
Oh my god.
until like 10 p.m. and we only had one car because I had a flat tire. So my car was in the shop, and so she had to take it to work the next day. So I freaked out. I'm literally in bed. I was butt ass naked, and it clicked that I forgot. So I got dressed, ran down, and thank God, it was still wet, but it didn't smell at all.
Not
so I
yet, till the sunshine on that.
Well, I brought down like 3 towels. I like tried to soak up stuff, but it like was damp. Like it nothing really soaked up.
It's like
And I
just pat dry. It's fine.
Well, I took like it's not Febreze, but it's in like
it's like an all-purpose
cleaner.
Yeah.
And I just sprayed the fuck out of it, cracked the window, let it dry overnight, and then I left the 2 towels that I didn't use
How'd that feel?
in the car for her to sit on the next morning. And she still said it didn't smell, and
That's
that
good.
it wasn't wet in the
And
morning.
I've cleaned it 3 times since then.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Oh, Marianne.
I was just like thinking, like while you were talking about peeing your pants, I'm like, there's so many stories that I have like with Sid that I've like known.
oh my gosh, we have to tell the iPad story.
Oh my god.
We have to.
Oh my God.
That's how we can end it, because I do think we've been recording for a while.
Yeah. So exactly.
Yeah, right on
Like
cue.
legitimately. So like we would have like sleepovers, like not very often, but like from time to time. And there's like a video where like Sydney took my iPad, and this was like in 2012. So we were like
12.
children. Yeah, we were 12. And I'm like trying. I slept on like I had like a mattress, and then I had like a twin bed. And so Sydney's sitting on my twin bed and like filming me without knowing. And I was like trying to tell her how to do like a shoulder roll, like. And so I'm like rocking, I'm like rocking back and forth, like I'm in like a fucking Lamaze class or something. And
My
I'm
little
like,
vlogger, I'm like trying to get the angle.
yeah, for real. And Sydney's like, what? A what? And I'm like, a shoulder roll. And then I like
Hold on,
went like
wait.
this, and I did it.
I knew that was gonna happen. I almost stopped you before you told the story.
And then we'll pull the table in. So anyway, I ripped out like a humongous fart on camera.
She
And
like
then-
was doing the back roll, and her ass is lifting in the air mid fart.
There was another time though where like I feel like every time we hung out like as kids we just do like weird shit like without
Yes.
explanation. Like
We are
one
weird
of your
humans.
one of your birthday parties, like my favorite birthday party of yours is like at your dad's house, and you had a Justin Bieber
Justin
birthday
Bieber.
party.
Yes, I
And
did.
then my mom was like, "Can Riley have those party like decorations for her birthday party?" And I was like, "I don't want a fucking Justin Bieber party, but like slay Tina."
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Get away.
And then we ended up like huffing helium like in Sydney's basement.
Wait, you had a Justin Bieber party?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
She
I'll
was
show
a
you photo.
believer.
Okay.
A believer.
Believer, get it right.
Did you have a crush on him?
Yes, he was my first crush ever.
I remember you had the little CD and the Justin Bieber pinata, and I remember you guys were like,
It was,
"We don't
and it
wanna
wasn't
hurt
like
him."
it wasn't like a Justin Bieber birthday. It was specifically the Justin Bieber in the purple jacket with the
I think it
white
was Believe.
pants.
Was
yeah,
it Believe?
yeah.
Beautiful.
And we were, and like Sydney made us listen to the whole fucking album. Like I just remember sitting there being like, "Oh my god!" And it's like one less lonely girl, and I'm like, "Oh my
Honestly,
god!"
Can we
no
go out some
shame.
One Direction?
I fucking love One Direction and don't even
I love One
I
Direction.
wasn't making fun of you, stupid cunt.
because you don't even.
You stupid.
You know what CJ said to me the other day? He goes, "Hey, have you ever heard of that singer? Like, I think her name is like Cher, and like it plays like the."
I have never fucking said. I know, bro.
You didn't
I
even
think
know
her name
who
is-
Cher was,
Are you fucking stupid? Do you know how long I've been watching Drag Race and you think I don't know who Cher is?
but you didn't know any of her fucking songs.
Yeah, because who listens to Cher?
Gay people.
Yeah, I'm not that gay.
Uh huh.
I beg to differ,
Right.
CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Me
find photos
too.
from the Justin Bieber party.
And
I'm
I'm
so
not
in love with
old.
you right now.
I don't trust you.
Is this it?
Okay, you're trying to bite me, brother.
You barely know Cher.
Because I'm not gay.
Okay.
I'm an ally.
No biting.
Are you?
Sometimes.
That's gross.
Okay, so this is not the Justin Bieber party, but I had a party themed after me. It was the Skid themed birthday party.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
And everything was Skid themed, which was my nickname.
Was that the one that was at your
Skid
grandma's
marks
house?
on the
No,
wall.
this one was at Hampshire Hills. I was bougie.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't go to that one.
Okay.
I don't think. There was another one where it was at your grandma's like house, and we were tubing on a pontoon boat, so the boat was like actually going like -10 miles an hour. We were like barely.
Oh, that was
getting
this one.
there.
That was my 13th birthday.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of it, Cindy and I are on the tube.
Yeah, look at my
like,
birthday cake.
Mid. I cannot.
It's so cute.
Like mid fucking like tube experience. Like I'm
Cindy,
not holding
Cindy
on.
put me on top of the cake, guys.
No, literally.
Sid goes, "Get on your hands and knees," and I was like, "Oh, all right."
sorry.
There's got to be a photo of
And so I'm on my hands and knees on this tube, and then Sydney just sits on my back on the tube and is like, "Yeah!" And I'm like, "Oh wow."
Okay, Emma can vouch. We had to fucking get creative. Tubing on an old
If
pontoon
you
boat
were
that
just
barely
laying
even
there,
works.
nothing was gonna happen. You had to like, the driver needed to be a good driver, know
You
how to like get someone.
Honestly, fucking stand up on that thing, and like you would not
you
fall off.
can, and
That's
like,
why I was doing it. I was trying to show off my moves.
I also hated
Get
all
off!
of your
Let go.
friends. I hated all of Sydney's friends except for Emma.
Aww.
Sydney's friends were so mean.
Well, that's because they were all like, they were the popular kids who I was like kind of friends with.
They
You
were
didn't have any
so
real friends except for
mean.
Jordan.
I know, Jordan was freaking brat.
Yeah,
Who's
Jordan
the
was the
worst
biggest
of
bitch of
them
them
all?
all.
Yeah.
Nina was always so nice to me though.
Okay, I was gonna say don't speak ill of the dead, but you went good.
No, I actually Nina.
No, Nina was really
besides
nice.
for not even just saying this because like I see Jordan all the time. Jordan was like my favorite, and then Nina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nina and Jordan were nice.
Nina Bo, Nina Brown.
Except I accidentally
Nina.
hit Nina in the
Nina.
face with a
Nina.
water balloon. She got really mad at me.
Oh my god. Wait, I don't know if I don't
Sorry.
think I've ever said this on here, but once in karate class I stepped on a girl's face on accident.
Yeah, that was me.
And also
class.
yeah,
And he was
I
I
would
would
hate
no
to see
go-kart
CJ do
guys.
karate.
I don't
Also,
know
in one of my
why,
karate
but like
classes, my
karate
toenail came
grosses
off.
me
It
out.
was so cringy.
Karate grosses me out because all of you are barefoot. It's
I can't
fucking
find any
gross.
Justin
No, you're
Bieber
broken the
ones.
ground.
I'll have to
Yeah,
ask my
it's
Yeah,
mom.
and her head was on the ground.
And
with
like
my
the
foot
feet
on top of it.
slaps, like the feet slaps.
You can tell I was young when the Justin Bieber party happened because it was before the Facebook era.
Oh,
See, the
yeah.
thing is that when you were like, by the way, I'm gay, oh, I was like, uh-huh.
Literally everyone was like, knew it.
I know.
I was like, okay.
But you didn't come out as
Except for
gay. You
Jordan.
came out as open. On
We love that.
Christmas Eve in Mom's car.
You said you were open?
No.
When
not
someone
heard that
drives
story?
off the side of the road,
We have
like
told
the term
this story
open,
on the
she's like,
podcast, but kind of long story short, it was Christmas Eve. My mom had a little bit to drink, and so I was driving home.
She was pretty tipsy.
she's like,
And-
Queen, do you like girls or no?
So, well, it started off as my mom's Emma had just started dating Aiden, so it was like 4 years ago.
And
actually.
she would not leave me
Or maybe
alone
5.
about like questions of like have you and Aiden done it yet?
like, my mom asked me that at
and
the
it's
ripe
like,
age of 24. I'm like,
well, I was like 16, and I was like,
So
no.
my mom's like low key drilling Emma, and so Emma decides, let's take the
You
attention
are
off
awful.
of me, and she goes, well, ask Sydney. She has something to say. Or I don't even know exactly what she said, but you're like, basically was like, I don't know, maybe Sydney likes girls, and I'm like,
Emma!
and I was like, what?
without my sister.
The
I don't
only
think I did
blessing was that I was the one driving, so now I'm like, I don't even give a fuck. It's Christmas Eve. I'll get my license taken away. I'm zooming on these back roads, trying to put. I hate Christmas music. I'm like, let's listen to some Christmas music. Get in the spirit, right?
I
think
don't
what
wanna
happened
Yeah, it was literally.
I think Mom was saying something along the lines of like, it's okay, you can tell me if you
Aw.
like you
Right, like she was being genuine.
This is so
Like,
And at that point,
But
your
then
mom
she
already
was
knows.
like, she
Yeah.
was like, have you kissed yet? Blah blah blah. She was like, girls, or she was like, guys or girls, like trying to be like inclusive to me, which I don't, I don't know, but
Like,
so
Emma, do
then I
you
turned it on to
like
Sydney.
boobs?
Right, and so then it turned this whole thing like.
Oh, so she was already saying like
To Emma.
she was saying guys or girls, so
But
then you just said
She
maybe
like was
Sydney,
placing
like,
bets.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
Okay,
she's
well that's
like,
better than just her
No,
randomly
it,
saying
like it wasn't
like,
as bad, but then the attention turns on to me, and now
But
she doesn't.
But now it gets a little worse because then I
Aiden-
started being a
She
Aiden
knew
could have-
already that you were a lesbian?
Well,
Well,
technically she
basically.
hadn't come out theoretically, but this was a time of, and it was like deadly obvious. Like you brought a girl over, and also like, come on, like look at you, look at like. I'm sorry. Like it's just like
I mean, you're not wrong.
You don't give too much lesbian now, but the headbands that you
Like,
used to
don't call
wear
out my
is
headbands.
lesbian.
Do not.
Your
we don't-
headbands
we
that
don't
were that
talk about
big. You had a
headbands.
slick back, and you put a headband on anyways.
I don't like the my frizzies.
You know how I knew?
Period.
I knew from all of your prom pictures.
Oh my god, they're so bad.
I knew from that.
That was so funny.
I knew from that. Like, right then and there, I'm
They're
like, no.
rough. And so either way, my mom's like drilling me with questions. I'm like getting pissed at Emma low key. I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And my mom's like, it's okay if you're a lesbian, it's okay. And like, I hate that. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know what I am. I'm like, I just wanted the conversation to be over. And she's like, it's okay. She's like, so you like girls and guys? I'm like, Mom, I was like, I don't know. Anything. Just whatever. Anything in the conversation. She's like, so what if we just go open? And I was like, bingo. Bingo. Yes, open. And so now we joke all the time that I'm not a lesbian. I'm open.
Oh, okay, period.
Yeah.
Because she hates the term lesbian.
Oh, so much.
She would rather be called a faggot than a lesbian.
100%.
dyke, fucking dyke,
That grosses me out too, but.
dyke, lesbian,
Fun fact, I
dyke.
think it's because I associate the word lesbian with dyke.
Probably.
Fun fact about Dyke, I thought that in Mean Girls, like, when they go through, like, the burn book and, like, Regina George is like, Janice Ian Dyke. Like, I thought that her last name was, like, Ian Dyke, like, hyphenated. And so, like, for years, I was like, so, like, why is she, like, in the burn book? Like, what's her reason? And I was just, like, I was so confused. And then,
That's
like,
something I would do, I'm not gonna
when
lie.
I learned that term, I was like, oh.
Wait, when did you learn this?
Like, probably, like, 2020. Like, I was like,
Really?
what? I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
TikTok really educated you, huh?
no, for real. For real. I was like, that is so weird.
Okay, but lesbian is kind of like a weird word. Like, that kind of sounds like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe lesbian should get a different name, because lesbian kind of seems like a dyke.
CJ, what do you
Yeah,
call
Lesbian is just like,
an Irish
kinda-
lesbian?
It sounds like you're saying faggot, but like, in a, like,
I would rather be
faggot
called
is a
faggot.
boy.
Call me
Yeah.
fucking
Like
lesbian.
a
No, what do you call
gay
an
guy.
Irish
And then a
lesbian?
lesbian is
I don't
like the bad
It's
word
just like-
for like lesbians.
Oh, it grosses me out.
A
so
Gaelic?
much.
No, it's a knee slapper.
That was a good old knee slapper. Call an Irish lesbian a Gaelic. I saw that on
My
TikTok the
stomach
other
is
day.
just like,
I never heard that. That was
You gotta
yeah,
go-
it's just like
You gotta go poo poo?
tootin' and bootin'.
I'm
I think-
happy I'm not in the car.
I was gonna say,
With you.
I don't want to be near you.
We
so
took
I think
3
we'll probably
separate
wrap it.
vehicles this evening.
We did.
Huh?
But at least we don't have to smell his butt.
Oh, don't even, because I farted and none of you smelled it.
Yeah, but I heard that. There's no way that isn't gonna have no kick to it.
You have no kick to it is crazy.
Jesus.
All right, well, we can wrap it up there. This was definitely, this episode is going to be so funny. We talked about the most random shit.
It's gonna be mostly bleeping and then shit.
Yeah.
Tune in for part 2, Alaska 1 through 5.
Well, thank you guys for coming over. We're also having a sleepover, so super excited. And we will see you guys, I don't know when, but
Eventually.
do you guys know how to end it? Remember?
Yes.
What?
She's not going to tell you, right?
Okay.
Help me.
No, but you already know how to say
No,
it.
I don't.
I'm so scared of what they're going to say.
The silence.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
These nuts!